Home of the Moines Menace for almost 15 years, Valley Stadium has become an undeniable omen for the team's success, one that tonight will be put to the test. It is Stars and Stripes night, and the best two teams in the entire USL League 2 environment are in the house. Number 1, Chicago City SC, and number 2, the Moines Menace, as the Heartland Division is waiting to be claimed. Welcome everybody. I'm Juan Mendes alongside Justin Vorser here on the special night and the Moines Menace coverage on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Very excited for this one here live on YouTube to you all. A lot of eyes on this match, but I gotta say, it's the number 1 team, the number 2 team. Is there a favorite? Is there an underdog tonight?
I don't think there's a favorite, and I don't think there's an underdog, because one, the Menace have been waiting for this day, and they want revenge on the first game from Chicago. So that's what this is all about here for the Menace today. Chicago City FC are coming here for 3 points.
3 huge points. They already did it at home, their home turf, and they handled that match extremely well as they did so. And with that, I think the best way to get into it, this number 1 team, this number 2 team, is kind of talk about how they got to this spot. So with that, it's time to get into some highlights of their previous matches. The Menace won, they got a win at Peoria, but we are going to be taking a look at the Dutch Lions win the last time they were here at Valley Stadium. Here is that example.
So as you can see, the Menace are coming out. They scored the first goal with Goldthorpe's corner into Kunnick. Kunnick nodding it past the goalkeeper with a glancing header. He's been on a roll. He's not in the lineup today. And here we go, Goldthorpe after that assist, weaving and jiving, opening his hips up, planting it past the goalkeeper, doing what he does best, as you can see here. Just the movement of the hips, scissors, just slotting the ball past the keeper. And here for the third goal with the free kick, up steps Goldthorpe, whips it round the wall, and there is Suarez with the rebound to put the Menace 3-0 up, as you can see there, off the rebound. Right place, right time. Fourth goal, DeLeon on the ball, playing it through to Goldthorpe. Unbalanced, what a fantastic goal, absolutely wonderful technique there with the outside of his right foot, just putting it past the goalkeeper. And the 5th goal coming up was absolutely sublime, as you can see Goldthorpe celebrating there as the ball goes wide. Look at this piece of skill here. Ball played across by Kunga, and that man Harmon to side foot the ball with ease past the goalkeeper. With his little dance of celebration here. The ball played through. DeLeon with a goal and assist on the night. Absolutely fantastic there. And the final and the 6th goal there for the Des Moines Menace on a roll at this point.
Very strong result at home, as mentioned. They beat Peoria 2-0 there from the Bradley Braves Stadium. And now we are going to take a look at Chicago City SC. Their last result, a 5-1 victory at St. Charles. They've also got some impressive results. That's why they're undefeated. They're spotless, 8 victories, and they have a lot to prove tonight, as they've been able to beat the Menace at home, but now it's a whole different deal. Here's the highlights from that match. Early on in the counter, moving numbers up front, there's a finish by the squad in the 22nd minute. Nearing the 23rd, it was 1-0. They broke that back line down, and from then on, they were rolling and rolling. 5 minutes later, another opportunity on the offense, just too quick for the goalkeeper to handle. That was Marek Gonda. Then moving on forward again, the numbers shifting everybody forward, taking advantage of a header there, opportunity, a lot of space to work with. The finish is there for 3-0. That was Sidney Warden, who he's off the bench on this match tonight, but has been very good off the right wing for this squad. And there was a goal eventually by St. Charles there to make it a little tighter. But after all, and really early in the second, to kind of ice things off, was a goal for Chicago City there on the tight space, just slotting it right on the place that it's needed. Very, very clinical. They'll try to do that here tonight. Now, when we return, we do take a closer look at this matchup, a little bit of the history too, and what is at stake. So don't go anywhere, because more coverage and kickoff is ahead here on CISN.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Our June sales event is going on now at DeYarman Ford. With over 50 F-150s in stock, save with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus $1,750 in bonus cash. Get up to $2,000 bonus cash on the new Ford Explorer with 3.9% for 60 months. Check out our great selection of over 120 certified used vehicles, each coming with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty at DeYarman Ford, Indianola. DeYarmanFord.com.
Welcome back to this USL League 2 match from Valley Stadium. I'm Juan Mendez, joined by Justin Vorster, counting down the seconds as the Moines Menace host Chicago City SC on Stars and Stripes night. With that, let's talk history. I'm going to set a little scenario up for you. So in 2021, Menace were the champions of the USL League 2, but while they were ranked number 1, they lost to number 2 Chicago United FC at Chicago 2-0. But then Chicago, the week after, came to Des Moines and lost 4-0. Since that match, and since 2017, actually, Des Moines has been unbeaten at Valley Stadium. So they really seek to protect this field, but will the story repeat, or will a new chapter be written tonight?
I'm not going to predict anything tonight, Juan, because this is 1 versus 2 in the power rankings. It's a critical match for both teams tonight. When you're looking at the records here in the Menace 8-1-0, they have played 9 games. And then you look at Chicago City FC coming in, they've played 8 games so far. They haven't lost a game. They are riding high on confidence at the moment. So I think that it's going to be an unbelievable night, a fantastic game of football, soccer. This is what we're going to see.
It will be fantastic. As we see here this season, Chicago did beat Des Moines at home at their pitch. Kunga on the goal, early lead, able to get Menace on the right track before the 5th minute, but then things started to go down for Des Moines from then.
Yeah, but you know, the field was narrow, but at the end of the day, you've got to adapt to the conditions you're playing in. So you've got to problem solve all the time. As you can see here, the ball was intercepted, given away unnecessarily by the Menace at the back there. And this is where they take the time and space. They'll attack quickly, will Chicago, and as you can see there, goal, 1-1. So, and then there was another 2 goals in it on the night, as you can see here.
It was a great ball floated in and a header up far and in to clear it up. And to finish it is Lucas Ander, the center back. He is on the bench tonight, but a great finish. You could see the celebration going on, and then really late on to kind of ice everything down. There was a penalty by Ernest Bawa to make it 3-0, and the defeat for Menace, the first one on the regular season for Dean Johnson, as well as a part of the Menace. So a lot of things are at stake, a lot to play for here tonight. That's why I also can't make a prediction myself. There's 2 teams that really, really want to win. So it is time for a quick break, but all action is ahead as we do near the opening whistle. We'll have lineups and kickoff in a moment here. Don't go anywhere here on CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WauKeeShevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeShevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeShevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium on Stars and Stripes Night. Menace have partnered with the U.S. Army and CBRE to recognize and thank those in the armed forces for their service. That is the theme for tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful crowd as it's very cloudy here in West Des Moines at the moment. We see the introduction right now of the flag as well into the pitch. Excited to see all that and celebrate the veterans, the military of the country. With that, we will talk a little bit more about the key players for both sides. A lot of talent we're going to see here tonight. Tell me, who are you excited to watch on the side of Chicago, Justin?
On the side of Chicago, this name's been flying around here. Alejandre in the holding midfield role. I heard he gets about. He puts in the tackles. He's as strong as nails. He's going to be a player to watch as far as his distribution. And when you have a look at him, he's not like a 6-foot giant, is he? But he's very nippy on the ball. He puts in tackles. He blocks the passing lanes, interceptions, and so forth. And then up front, Bawa out of Ghana, the academy that he came out of there some years ago. But he's got some versatility about him. He's quick with the ball, can use both feet. He's going to be a player to watch.
Certainly, I have to agree with Alejandro. He's a fantastic player there, the holding midfielder for the team. Right by him on his left, I'm looking forward to seeing Torrellas as well. The Spaniard from Barcelona has gotten a few man of the matches by Chicago City there on a lot of matches, I think at least 2, that he has been the top performer for his squad, has a lot of goals this season. Him and another player from Loyola Chicago, the local players that they so love, Oscar Dueso, we talked about him before the stream actually. He's a striker, number 9. He'll be playing on the right wing. I'm excited to see that too.
It's quite interesting, and I think that has to be with a matchup on the Menace left-hand side with Alberto Suarez. But Suarez has been playing really, really well. Maybe it's Corey Cupid going forward, looking to expose the space in the wide areas in the attacking third on the Menace side. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
It very much could be, and a lot at stake here. The players, they certainly want to come here and win. There's no reason why you come here with an undefeated record, a winless, spotless record, and don't try to win at one of the best atmospheres there is in the entire league. As we do see the flag extended in the middle of the pitch, we will take one more break here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be back with your starting lineups, a little bit of the anthem as well, tonight's theme, and more. So do not go anywhere, because we will be right back.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
It is time. The players have arrived to the pitch, lining up prior to the anthem. The theme tonight, Stripes and Stars. Stars and Stripes. It's a match that has lined up ever since May 28th when Menace lost to Chicago City SC. And now they're here. There's a lot of feelings. There's revenge, there's anguish, there's the need for victory for both sides. There's a lot to play for here tonight. Jackson Wayman, who being presented right now, had 10 saves in that first match against Menace. He was the player of the night for them for sure, and keeping only one on their net. Fantastic performance. Do you expect a lot from him tonight?
Well, the question is, can he maintain that performance now away from home, a different setting, different crowd? Just talking to the coaching staff and what they were saying about this organization is unbelievable, with all the advertising that's, as you can see on the far side of the field as well.
There you see the lineup there on the far right side, the center back, Matthew Sinanu. Left center back, very tall, standing there alongside Juan Gutierrez. There's Ernest Bawa as well alongside him. All the pieces of Chicago City SC, very well recruited team from all over the country, but also locally. A lot of local talent, and the coaches certainly love that as well.
And now, make some noise.
Presentations for the home team tonight.
First off, the captain, number 9, Elliot
Goldthorpe captain tonight.
Yeah, he's been playing with confidence as the Yorkshire Terrier. He's scoring goals, he's assisting in goals, and as you can see on the last highlight package that we just showed, I mean, he's just been an absolute wonder to watch here at Valley Stadium.
Truly, truly magnificent. Corey Cupid also has been on fire. On the left side, the right side, everywhere, getting headers, assists. A returner, very much loved. Zoran Sewell there, the central center back for tonight. Lagos Kunga, another top scorer.
Lagos Kunga with that big smile on his face. He's going to be a player to watch here. Chicago City Soccer Club have got to watch out, because he's going to be working off the shoulders. And when you look at Vicente Valur and Torres, those two players are going to be the key in the center of midfield in that holding role.
That pairing right there, we just went through it. Nico Torres, Vicente Valor, fantastic the past 2 matches. On the right side, Adrian Gamero there. And we also presented Fernando Garcia. Very, very much loved being here last year, scoring some wonder goals back at home tonight. After scoring a goal against Peoria, it is his time as well.
I always reflect back to the ESPN top 10, the scissor kick into the top corner. Unbelievable. And then he was off again, wasn't he? But here he is. He's back with the Menace, and he scored last weekend.
That is right. I believe he got number 3 on that top 10. And now celebrating tonight, honoring America for the national anthem. And our performer as well on the night.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ripped away, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was Paul Smith on the anthem. First time this season the Menace as a performer, and there it is celebrating this very special, special night. We also do have a special captain of the game. It's Patrick Moran, who served in the military from 1985 through 1988 as a flight engineer on a CH-47 Chinook helicopter during Desert Shield, as well as active ready reserve during Desert Storm. And today, Patrick works as a property manager at Kraus Group, an ownership group of the Menace. So there he is, being celebrated tonight as the captain, saluting tonight's referees as well. The referees being Esad Amanovic as the center referee, assisted by Ryan Bevins, Noah Brenny, and the 4th, Robert Sori. Picture there in the middle of the field. Captains, honorary captain, referees. Now Menace doing their traditional antics prior to a game, getting warmed up, the nerves here. This is the biggest crowd without a doubt this season so far here at Valley.
I would agree with you on that, Juan. I was just soaked up here right now in the atmosphere, especially after that proud moment out there with the flag and the military. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Sent shivers down me.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps, and now it's time to get this game on the way, because we've been waiting for this for such a long time, and it could be a decider for first and second.
It certainly could. Everything's shaped up for this to happen this night, July 1st, nearing 4th of July weekend. The biggest match thus far in the entire USL League 2 regular season. Come on, number 1 against number 2. You see the society there holding the signs. That looked like it took a while, I gotta say.
Oh my word, they've really set it up here as the Des Moines Society. I would always pop in there to the church parking lot to say hi to them, and they are so pumped every single time before the games, and they can't wait. They get here at like 4 o'clock.
Look at that. Little tailgate out in the parking lot and then come by, show some love for the team. There it is, the famous, is that a tifo? Do they call those tifos, I believe, on the... I'm not entirely
I just see a beautiful heart.
I just see a beautiful heart as well. We'll verify that fact for you as well prior to this match. But here we see Menace, Fernando Garcia, soaking everything in, coming back to the stadium, getting excited, trying to score in back-to-back games. The nerves certainly will take a little bit of time to settle, but here tonight, a lot of eyes on this game. Thank you for tuning in here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I'm Juan Mendez on play-by-play alongside Justin Vorster. The drums are in full force. Lagoscunga is on the ball.
I think they're going to go straight for it. They're going to get that ball into the wide areas early.
There's the whistle. Here we go. Elliot Goldthorpe first. Down to Garcia. Starting up the press is City. Menace with possession. There's Jesse Williams. Right center back for Menace. Looking for a long ball early on to Goldthorpe. Far pass. Gutierrez there first on the touch. Laser for Wayman. Quick clearance looking for Dueso on the far side. Suarez half deals with it. And a clearance by Nico Torres.
Yeah, the initial pass into Goldthorpe. He wanted it into space onto the left-hand side of Sinanu, but it wasn't quite the ball he was looking for. And Gutierrez came in and just cleaned it up to the goalkeeper, Wayman.
A 4-3-3 for Chicago City. And there's a through ball for Fernando Garcia, who has an early chance. Fernando Sinanu there on the touch, making it a corner for Menace.
Sinanu did really well to recover on that particular ball. It's a great start from the Menace. Fernando Garcia, just the type of ball that he enjoys over the top. Wayman should have come out earlier on and he dropped off, which there was a bit of a hesitation.
And the ball seemed a little bit far-fetched. But Fernando Garcia with the pace got there. Almost got a shot off as well. And now a corner for Menace. The first one as mentioned. Elliot Goldthorpe to take. There's the whistle. Ball inside, low, a header's made, but it goes wide. Alberto Suarez.
Very, very good corner there from Goldthorpe. He's been exceptionally fantastic on the set pieces from corners and dead balls. That ball was whipped in and Suarez got to it first, just flicking the ball over the crossbar.
An early chance for the home side within 2 minutes. Wayman on the clearance. Very compact midfield that we see. That is Williams stepping up. Torrellas now. Bawa on the ball first. Number 22. Ernest Bawa plays in North Carolina. There's Torrellas from Barcelona. Maybe number 21 on the pass. Rotating around far side is Mensah. Looking for Alejandre there. Mensah gets it back. Plays it for Sinanu. Pacing up and forward. Goldthorpe on the coverage. Cisneros now in the left back position. Also plays at Loyola Chicago. Sinanu ball on forward. Looking for an attack. Jesse Williams facing pressure. Forced to clear the ball.
Well, good start from the Menace. 3 good chances in the first 5 minutes of play. We're just coming up to 3 minutes. And now Chicago City Soccer Club have just now settled into this game. As you can see, the midfielders getting on the ball. Torres and Alejandre and maybe all getting touches on the ball. But in particular, it's been on our left-hand side here with Cisneros.
That is right. Settling in, kind of taking turns on who attacks first, who defends second. That kind of seems to be the theme here. Is both teams are very strong on whichever way you look at it, as Cisneros there had the chance. And now Kunga faces the chop there by Sinanu. Cisneros now back on the ball. Plays it for Torrellas. Cisneros cuts inside. First there, Nico Torres on the tackle.
It was a good block tackle there from Nico Torres. But also, what a fantastic challenge from Sinanu at the back.
Now Garcia has Kunga near side. Garcia inside the box. Alejandre there to cut it away. Alejandre still on it, pushes it forward. Cisneros now working against Camaro. A great matchup there. Still Menace. Vicente Valor fighting away Alejandre and plays it wide for Corey Cupid. Cupid with space. Centers the ball there. Mensah on the touch. It goes back to Alberto Suarez. Nico Torres. And now Zoran Suo.
Troutman giving him an angle at the back. Zoran Suo cleans up.
Heavy pressure, right? Kunga there on the move. No foul called. Opportunity opens up for City. Another strong tackle by Nico Torres. Torres has a play there. Has Corey Cupid a little bit too far for it.
Great tackle there by Nico Torres. Absolutely fantastic. Clean, getting his foot in there, looking to break. Also, a lovely weighted ball played through for Corey Cupid in between the right centre back and the right back Mensa. Absolutely fantastic. A little hesitation in the initial run from Corey Cupid. But again, the initiative here is to get that ball in the wide area for the Menace.
And it was Valor with the initiative there. Moving a ball forward for Garcia. Gutierrez on the touch first, but now Menace continue to be on the attack, but play back, relieve a little bit of that pressure forward. But now Torres moving up, trying to strike first. Another ball. Corey Cupid on this chance. Tries to play it onto Goldthorpe. Kunga tries to get it as well, and Gutierrez sees it out. It will be a corner, the second for Menace tonight.
Good start by the Menace, and this is what Chicago City can't do, is let the Menace get a rhythm of their game, because there's no holding back. They do put their foot on the ball now and again to slow it down, but if that opportunity is on, they're going to go at you with pace.
Goldthorpe yet again. Ball played out. Gets a header, it connects, but it goes wide. It was Nico Torres. It was Fernando Garcia, pardon. Very active already.
Again, another good delivery from Goldthorpe on the far side. Whipping that ball in with his right foot. Fernando Garcia just getting his head to it and nicking it just past the post.
Trying to get his second goal this season. Garcia in 4 appearances last year had 3 goals, 2 assists in the regular season itself. And now for Chicago City, coached by Charlie Latshaw, Troy McCarroll, Josh Clark. What do you know about these guys here, this unit that they've put together?
All I do know is they've got a Kiwi on the bench. We were chatting before the game, one of the All Blacks. The only good thing about it is we're both from the Southern Hemisphere, but we're rivals when it comes to sport, especially rugby. I know he's got a family back home in New Zealand watching, but I do know that they've put a well-established unit together here as far as a team goes. As you can see, the cover going in there from Gutierrez on the far side. But they put together this team. As you can see, they've had so far a great season, 8-0-0 up till now. I said up till now, not predicting any scores. I do think there's going to be a goal in this game. It's going to be either 1-0 or 2-1. But the Menace have had a fantastic start so far. What Chicago City need to do is get a foot on the ball, but it's hard for them to do it because they are being pressed at a tremendous amount of pace.
And now as the rain starts to fall down, a chance starts to open for City, but a ball a little bit too far for Cisneros. And I have to agree with you, certainly a quick shout out there, Josh Clark from New Zealand there, the assistant coach for City tonight.
And then there's Troy McCarroll as well, who I've known for quite a long time. Great guy, great coach. He's coached all over the place. He was several years ago. He was at Partick Thistle in Scotland with the under-16 academy.
Fernando Garcia into the box, tries to find Goldthorpe, and Alejandre is there first. Now trying to move away is Mensa. Sweet move there on the middle. Alejandre again has to force a clear. Alberto Suarez back to Sewell.
It was predictable there from Fernando Garcia going square across the box. Jesse Williams didn't quite get that pass off as he was under pressure there from Bawa. Wasn't the ball that Adrian Gamero wanted. Gamero hasn't really got into the game. It's possibly because he hasn't been allowed to because of the pressure in the midfield and how Chicago City are playing.
There's a ball by Goldthorpe trying to open things up. Glad goes Kunga now. Shinanu, Gamero making a run for him. There's Gamero. Ball played in. Alejandro gets just enough of a touch there. Bawa runs down, but it'll be a throw for Menace. And as you mentioned, he hasn't been too available as of now, but that might be a channel there doing the runs around Kunga, around Goldthorpe when they drop back.
Yeah, and there it was a little bit different because Gamero, what he did is he dropped a little bit deep into the wide area, giving space from half-space areas for Kunga to run into the wide areas.
Now is Cupid facing the press of 2, has no options, and it appears to be a foul called against Corey Cupid there in favor of City.
So you can see the cover that was coming in there. So when we look at that, how Mensa went out to press Corey Cupid, and then the cover came in from maybe in the midfield, and I know we spoke about this earlier on in the 4-3-3, is how the rotation in the midfield goes, whether it's maybe Torrelas or Alejandre, they will come in alongside. So if Mensa goes out wide to press, he's going to have the cover, so they have the double team there anyway in the wide areas, and you can see it's obviously been a talking point within the Chicago City coaching staff and messages out to the team, because they know what the Menace are about in the wide areas.
There's a through ball played on, and the team certainly settling in about 10 minutes into this match. Jackson Wayman on the ball. A little bit of rain now in West Des Moines, with the crowd as lively as ever. As a mistake there on the touch, Fernando Garcia tries to poke it forward. That was maybe trying to give it to Cisneros. It'll be a throw for Menace, who seems slightly more comfortable. I mean, it is Valley Stadium after all.
Yeah, the Menace maintaining possession, keeping the ball, but it's just that final pass with the execution and being a little more clinical in the penalty area.
Dueso finds Gonda. Gonda on the far side. Suarez has to drop back. I'm moving now inside. Maybe goes on a run, and Troutman gets there first.
That would be my concern. The recovery from Sewell, the speed of actions weren't quite as quick as what he normally is. It would be a concern, but as you could see, Dueso on the far side, maybe with the overlapping run, wasn't quite the ball that was meant to be weighted into him. As you can see, the Ghanaian Bawa just being dispossessed, going square into the midfield.
Trying to get that ball back, fighting back for the possession. Bawa gets the first yellow of tonight. Far away from the tackle there, and gets the yellow card against Fernando Garcia. Nico Torres was pacing away from him, actually.
Yeah, it was a tackle from behind. It's not really what you want to get at this point of the game. As you can see here, Bawa lost the initial ball. Nico Torres picks it up in the midfield, and he keeps possession of it. Bawa going in for the tackle. It gets a yellow card 12 minutes into the game. Now he's got to watch himself throughout the rest of the match.
Upset that he lost the ball in possession as he put a move on Goldthorpe and couldn't resist to chase down Nico Torres on the chance, and now Elliot Goldthorpe can put a ball into the box for Des Moines. Goldthorpe ball played inside, far. Header by Alberto Suarez on the chance. Another header connects, but it doesn't quite land.
Another great set piece there. Well weighted into the far post. Suarez just peeling off, and again not connecting the header. All he needs to do there is just head the ball across the penalty area, the 6-yard box. From what we've seen, Wayman is not coming off his line. He's a little bit hesitant. Maybe that's just nerves.
Another factor just came to mind might be his box is smaller in their home pitch as well, their rugby pitch. That might be a factor too, and something that could favor Des Moines is, they get to play their usual long ball, the width that you mentioned, but that so far Chicago is dealing with very well.
Jesse Williams has got to do better there. He's got to get that first touch right, got to get it out of his feet. He's got to shrug it off. He's got to forget about it. Make up for it with defending like that and earning himself a free kick, you see. He mustn't get frustrated. He's just got to continue. You have a bad pass or you receive the ball and you don't get it right and you get intercepted, move on. Forget about it. Move on to the next thing.
That's a really good way to bring that confidence back up after a little mistake like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You embrace it. Forget it. He was frustrated there. He made amends. He earned himself a free kick. Not quite in that area, but...
That is right. Ryan Troutman. On the clear. Shinanu to Sewell. Some pinball. Garcia tried to float it to Kunga. Torrejas back to Cisneros.
Cisneros just launching the ball forward, looking for Bawa. Looked like Vicente Valor lunging into the back of Torrelas, the number 10.
That's right, the two Spaniards. Another matchup as they're doing a lot of man marking, as we've seen.
Yep, and you can always guarantee a bit of technique as well when you see Spanish players within your squads.
There is Torrellas. Nico Torres there first, intercepting yet another ball. Now Goldthorpe space to work with. Plays it back to Cupid. Quick recovery for City to clog the midfield. Valor plays it for Kunga. Has Goldthorpe wide. Has Fernando Garcia on the run. Garcia has a chance. Touch, but Sananu puts the body first. Puts a hand there as well. A little bit of a tug. Referee has to rush in, make sure there's nothing more than that. And he'll give Sananu and Garcia a quick chat.
I think it was initially started by Garcia, and then Sananu reacted to the situation. It's just a quick chat, but what I do like is how quickly Assad was in there to separate things, make sure everything was okay. He has a stern word with both. But as you look at that, great defending though. Sananu just getting himself in between Fernando Garcia and the ball.
Using that body. He is 6'4", Sananu. Took advantage of his size there. It's dangerous ball by Suo, played on. Gonda almost got to it, but Suo also able to shield the body, shield the ball away, protect it. And Ryan Trautman's there.
He's got a tough frame, and that's one thing you'll get out of Ryan Trautman. He's strong. He'll play a high line. He'll read the game. He'll come out in situations like that and pick the ball up. He's hardly ever hesitant. He's very confident in commanding his penalty area.
Bit of a scare for Des Moines. The quick ball on the counter. We see him there on the far side, kind of apologizing to Trautman after that touch, but something that certainly can be corrected as Menace now are on forward. Corey Cupid played into Goldthorpe. Alejandre there again, shielding the ball away. It will be possession for City.
Goldthorpe was just playing the ball into an area for Corey Cupid to run onto. As soon as Corey Cupid threw the ball, it was in space down the line. But as you can see here, Chicago are doing a really good job of not allowing the Menace time and space in the wide areas. And like I said, it's going to be a close game. I think possession-wise will be dominated through periods of the match by the Menace as the ball goes out on the far side touchline.
Wayman, the ball goes far away. It'll be a throw for Menace, and not too windy tonight. Certainly some raindrops, but that was a mistake on the keeper there on the clearance.
Cooler conditions as well, Juan. Definitely for the players down on the pitch side there. Going to expect lots of energy.
Gonda, Nico Torres puts on a tackle, no foul called. Ball plays on. Bawa plays it far side for Due, so Corey Cupid steps up to it. And Corey Cupid plays the ball for Garcia. Gutierrez on the overlap, plays it back to Wayman. Garcia still under pressure. Goldthorpe joining in. Juan Gutierrez now.
Alejandre just being really brave there to get the ball from the back.
There's Bawa putting pressure on Williams, forcing Trautman to run out and pummel it. But again, another one of those isolating balls from City could be dangerous later on.
Yeah, also it's getting a little bit slick down there from the rain.
Sweet move by Nico Torres. And now plays the ball for Goldthorpe, but Gutierrez is there first. Sananu out to Mensa. Light chest there. Corey Cupid wins it. Tries to keep it in, but it goes out of play.
Yeah, and I see Mensa turning around to Assad and going, hey, he came in studs up. But I think Corey Cupid got there first, actually got the ball, was gone. If it was a 50-50, one of them would have gone down. Mensa might have gone down on that one. But it's interesting to see here with Chicago City is that as soon as they lose the ball, they go into a goal side, ball side, man-on-man quickly. Very, very quickly. And then after that, they shape up again and go zonal. So at times they zonal, and it's all based on how quickly the Menace are moving the ball forward and trying to break lines. So as soon as it's lost, so you can see it happening off screen. And it's quite interesting with the variation.
was another little nervous pass there by Gamero, playing it back to Troutman. Facing the pressure, it's really the product of the pressure. Forcing those passes, those seconds that you lose, those pressuring moments force you to make a pass out of instinct. Sometimes it doesn't come out like you want to.
Yeah, and you know, like the Menace have been they've been good at this before. Play the way you normally play with confidence. You know, yeah, pressure's coming in. Be brave. You know, you're going to make mistakes, but make sure you get the right pass in. For example, that Troutman wants. Be brave coming to get the ball off Troutman. Be brave coming in to get the ball off the back line of the three. At the back was Suarez, Saul, and Jesse Williams. You know, Jesse Williams has had a nervy start, and hopefully he's got that out of him. But I tell you what, who's been really good so far is Nico Torres. Nico Torres has been unbelievable, and Goldthorpe's been good as well. It's just a matter of getting Fernando Garcia into the game.
Jesse Williams sees it go away, and I have to agree with that thus far. Nico Torres, the presence in the midfield, stepping up. There's a touch that's a little bit too heavy. He's going to go there and fight for it.
Yeah, he's been playing with confidence. Ever since he's been moved into the midfield role there with Vicente Valor, he's been absolutely fantastic. He reads the game well. He reads in which way, when the ball's played onto the right foot, he can see the turn of the attacking player before he's turned, and he's in there intercepting it.
Garcia on the header. Kunga trying to find it. Alejandro plays it back to Cisneros. Goldthorpe on the press. Cisneros will be on the throw. Forced to go back a little bit by Almanovic, our center referee. Cisneros, 5'7" from Elk Grove Village in Illinois. He was an all-freshman when he entered Loyola Chicago. Sewell plays it back. He's from Elk Grove Village, but also representing Jalisco, Mexico. Now, ball. Gamero cuts inside, past him. Floated, looking for Garcia. Nice touch there. Floats around, rotates, and to Cupid. Mensa closes up on him. Corey Cupid forced to go back, plays it to Valor. Valor on the pressure again. Really nice job by City, keeping up that pressure, closing those gaps and opportunities. Now it's Jesse Williams. Gamero, 1-2, Goldthorpe, overlap. Gamero has a chance, puts the ball inside for Kunga. Hesitates slightly, Kunga still on the ball now, on the left foot. Alejandro eyeing him down. Ball to Goldthorpe, gets a touch in there, an obstruction by Torrellas. No penalties called. Play on, says the ref.
Could have been a close call, as you see. Sewell just bringing down Conga just inside the half there. Close to our near side here is Assad. Calls for a free kick, but it could have been a penalty based on the situation and based on how close the defender was to Goldthorpe. I don't think it was a penalty.
I wouldn't be convinced that it was. I wouldn't be convinced.
I wasn't convinced either. A little bit tighter in the situation, yes. I think you've dropped a little bit too late. But you can see with the style that Chicago are playing, I mean, they're pretty fluid in the way they're playing. And also, when you look at Bawa, he's predictable in his movements. He's always cutting inside. And that's a mistake there from Sinauno.
Gutierrez. Garcia saw the channel there. Gutierrez forced to make a clearance. And a foul called there on Bawa.
Bawa actually did really well there. He knew pressure was coming in from behind from Jesse Williams, and he let him come into him, and then he forced the foul on himself there. That was absolutely amazing.
This is, after all, the atmosphere expected from the best two teams at the moment, according to the power rankings in the USL League 2. Chance for Ernest Bawa. Looking for Sinanu, looking for Gutierrez, Gonda, Dueso, a lot of options. Ball played inside, curling away too far, and Troutman's there. Corey Cupid now on the chance. Menace want to form a counter. Cupid, desperate ball looking for Kunga. Hard clearance, way far, and that's out on the far left side of the stadium.
Corey Cupid didn't get that ball out of his feet. I could see the idea there. Look at that lunging tackle there into Vicente Filua. Saul was looking at Anad, he wanted the advantage there.
A lot of work in the first 25 minutes by Asad Amanovic, huh?
Asad has had his work cut out for him already. 1 yellow card to Bawa in the first 12 minutes of the match. But other than that, yeah, there have been some strong, tough tackles going in, but there's been some good fluidity to the game so far from both sides.
Showing the quality that both possess is Wayman on the ball, Garcia on the press. Corey Cupid from Trinidad and Tobago holds it down. Kunga unable to do so, and now Torrellas on it. The Spaniard plays it down to Bawa. Maybe there on the overlap, ball a little bit too far for him.
Played with his right foot across his body. Possibly the outside of his right foot there would have bent the ball and kept it within the field diameters on our near side here. Look at the pace coming in there from Gonda racing in there. I think this is an interesting fact as well, is that when you look at the Chicago team, every single player, even if they're foreign, all based in the Chicagoland or Illinois area as far as how their recruiting has been.
Alora trying to create. Quickly taken by Cisneros, a step by Williams, no foul on this one. Torrellas on Torres there, a challenge and a foul called. Valor plays it quickly, and chance now for Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe on Gutierrez, brings it down, chooses the right side. Elliot Goldthorpe, a shot, and it goes wide. My goodness.
What a ball there from Vicente Valor. And Goldthorpe again, where he's dangerous, is working off shoulders of centre backs, or in between the two as such. When you look at this again, look at that ball there from Valor. And there's Goldthorpe working off the shoulder of Gutierrez, but again, didn't quite get the shot off, but it's getting closer and closer for the Menace. They have had the better chances so far of the half. Troutman has only had to come out and deal with a back pass or a ball that was not well weighted through. He hasn't really been challenged. But on the other end, Wayman has been challenged a lot more.
That is right. And now Fernando Garcia trying to do the same. Garcia on a 1-on-1. Ball to Torres. Garcia makes a run. Corey Cupid drops back. That was Kunga actually. Now Corey Cupid on it. Back to Suo. Going back to that chance, Goldthorpe bringing it down on his left, choosing the right foot, trying to place it away. Drops Gutierrez just to finish away from putting a goal and making the first one tonight. 28th minute.
I personally think the Menace could do a little bit better when they're in the wide areas and under pressure. For example, on the far side with Corey Cupid, is do what Kunga did there. Wait for the support to come in. Because Mensah, I've noticed on a couple of occasions, has been 8 yards off Corey Cupid. It's just play it short, keep it short, keep it short. They can land themselves in trouble with those types of missed passes that are played diagonally across the field there. Troutman was playing a high line, managing to pick that up. But you just got to be a little more aware, and technically you've got to be able to play the right type of pass as well. It's good there from the Menace on the far side with Suarez just picking up the pieces and finding Troutman.
Last week against Peoria, Menace did face a more menacing attack against Peoria, as mentioned, an away match that tested Troutman more, certainly got them more used to facing that kind of attack. And now Goldthorpe on the chance. It's Goldthorpe, cuts inside on the left. Elliot Goldthorpe, another chance, almost makes it one for Menace.
Well, I thought he was going to finish that. Great piece of skill there. But again, it was that combination. Goldthorpe dropping in short like he does, as we could see earlier. That ball there into Garcia, that layoff, well timed perfectly. Kunga running off the shoulder to the left-hand side, opening up space. The sole roll, and I thought that was in. But it's getting closer and closer for the Menace. And even though Goldthorpe is getting frustrated, he will pick one up. We know he can score goals, that's for sure.
He wants it. He wants it as he, again, makes Gutierrez bite. Opens up enough of a window on the left foot this time. The ball just, it's not finding the net, but he's getting near. Is now chance. Gonda for Chicago City. Going down on the fight. Sewell wins it. Clearance by Suarez.
Sewell did well there. Gunda is something else. I mean, he has this lanky figure and this appearance about himself, but he works hard to win that ball, and you can see it.
Bawa working the far side. Maybe on the chest down. Fortunate there is Bawa. It'll be a throw for City and for Mensa. "30 minutes into this match. Torrellas, touch to Mensa. Goldthorpe far away. Fernando Garcia putting up some press. Valores getting it back on the touch. It'll be ball Menace. Cupid to Garcia. Cupid now on the run. Garcia cuts inside. Has it on the right foot. Fernando puts it down. A little too far. Gamero, will he get there? He does. Will he recover? Cisneros there first, and now City can create. Dueso holding on to that ball. Plays it, quick touch, and a hard challenge by Nico Torres this time. Gets a yellow as Torrellas is down on the pitch.
Nico Torres came flying in there on Torrellas. Unbelievable flying. Just came in from behind. Luckily, Torrellas is okay. Managed to get up. Nico Torres didn't think that he was deserved of a yellow card there. It was from behind though.
Dangerous. You can see it coming.
But going back to the initial pass there from Garcia, did so well. And just that pass wasn't right for Gamero. But Gamero's commitment was wonderful. He managed to keep the ball in.
A little bit of that breathing room for City. So Nanu to take. Trying to move bodies forward onto the Menace third. Corey Cupid first. Gutierrez on the clear. Relatively, as Fernando Garcia sees it. Touch by Mensa. Torrellas. Looking for going down the chance. Now Sewell. Slight header, mistouch again. Bawa puts it down. It's Dueso, chance for a shot. Nico Torres first, and now chance for Menace opens up. A mistouch by Goldthorpe. Now Dueso has Mensa on the right. Plays it for him. Ball inside by Mensa. And Suarez gets there first. Will he evade the corner? Not quite. It will be a corner for City.
Suarez just sticking his left foot out there, trying to clear the ball away. And you can see Sewell letting that ball bounce a couple of times in front of him was difficult for him to clear, especially when he was unaware where Gondo was. Gondo wasn't putting any pressure on him. He couldn't feel him. He was just lurking in an area, and it's good from Gondo at that particular moment.
Bawa slices one, looking for Gutierrez. Corey Cupid on the clear. And one thing I noticed that every single time Chicago's on the attack, they're very free-flowing, doing diagonals around each other, opening spaces, confusing the back three of Menace, and it has worked. No clear shot or shot on goal yet, but it's been opening opportunities. As Senanu drops it for Cisneros. Dueso. Touch and away. It's Goldthorpe, but Dueso gets it back, slides it forward. Now it's Bawa. Ernest Bawa tried to find Dueso, and now Cupid drops it down to Gamero.
Bawa hasn't been as effective as I thought he would have been in the first half. He's gone square a lot of the time. He hasn't been penetrative, going straight down the throat. And luckily for the Menace, been winning most of them. And earlier on there, you could see Duaso going square again until Goldthorpe managed to win the ball. Then he won it back.
Gutierrez on the touch. Garcia on the press. Wayman. Dangerous. Alejandre. Mistouch there. Lagos Kunga on it. Kunga on the chance. Against two. Lagos Kunga pushes forward. Puts the ball inside. Gets a touch there. Easy for Wayman to handle.
And this is one thing that talking to Troy McCarroll, they talk about their players being brave. As you can see, Haliandre came in there, played a ball out, gave away possession. You know what, Juan? He didn't complain about it. He just got stuck in there, he went and covered Gutierrez, and they win the ball back with Wayman saving it.
Wayman, who is a very experienced keeper from Evanston, Illinois, played at Marquette, played at USF, and will be doing a bit of a homecoming going back to Evanston. He will be playing for Northwestern University. As Troutman gives it to Sewell, another experienced piece for Menace, played last year. College career at VCU. Gutierrez on the step up, finds Gonda there. Corey Cupid gets a little handsy there, is called on the foul.
Yeah, Cupid just with the last piece on his right hand, just pulling Gunda down to the ground.
And Bawa, he's a very interesting player. We've spoken about him a lot, from Ghana. Great athlete. He actually did track, long jump, and javelin in high school. And he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Connecticut in his graduating year as well.
It's interesting facts because he also played for the Right to Dream Academy in Ghana. And it's interesting, when Troy McCarroll was with Partick Thistle in their academy coaching the under-16s, when they played at Manchester City's facility, Bawa was playing on the opposing team at that time, and when he came in and joined Chicago's organization, they kind of looked at each other and said, when are you playing? Wait a minute, hang on one second. That was several years ago, and here they are again, teamed up.
Has kept up the level, playing at UNC, and now the #1 team in the USL League 2 at the moment. How about that?
Up till now, things could change throughout this game, either way.
Menace have been certainly in the nearer chances for a goal as they have possession. 37th minute, still looking to break that 0-0 score. Cupid plays it for Valor.
Nobody went with Valor there. You could just see him drifting between the lines.
Valor ball inside. Sunanu has to clear it away, and a header and a corner for Des Moines.
There was a lack of concentration in the midfield because maybe saw Vigente Valor going on the run, let him go, and then obviously on that moment Gutierrez was pulled out of position. It was a difficult one with the cross coming in from Sanano. To actually deal with the corner was the better option at the time.
And the crowd is roaring, the seats are trembling. Elliot Goldthorpe lines up. The box is clogged. Ball played inside. Wayman punches it away. Bawa has a chance. Valor steps up for it.
And it looked like Corey Cupid got a little nick on it.
Jesse Williams tried to get a cross in. A missed touch will lead for a Wayman goal kick.
Yeah, Corey Cupid just got a slight touch to that, slight header to it. And again, another well-delivered corner from Elliot Goldthorpe, who's captaining the side here tonight.
You've seen him do a good job so far in keeping everybody away from a little bit of trouble. Nico Torres, after the challenge, they were talking to the referee, told him, drop back a little bit. It's early on the game. Got to keep your head and your mental state focused on this match. A foul called there yet again in the middle. This time in favor of City.
And again, as you see Goldthorpe going to Saad just to have a chat about the initial challenge and the free kick and why it was given.
Quickly played on. Dueso working the left side now. Dueso cuts inside around Gamero. Torres steps up. Dueso still in possession. Maybe drops it now to Cisneros. Cisneros on the left foot floats one up forward, looking for a header. There was Gonda. Dueso still on it. Sewell pushes forward, clears it, and there's a foul called against City. And a bit of a chat there on the far side. You see Troutman there. And Dueso.
Dueso put his foot in there, and looks like he caught Sewell. he's had injury problems before, mainly with the groin, but as you look at this year again, but what a ball here from Cisniera. What a great ball played in. Headed across the penalty area. Things seemed to stop for a second there, and that was a late challenge there by Dueso. Hopefully it looks like Shaw's all right. He's up, walking. He's a tough guy. I'd hate to get into a challenge with old Ziron Sur. We all know who would come second off bet. Come off second best there, won't we, Juan? Even if you and me jumped in there, right?
Oh, that's right. Big guy, big guy. 6'2" from Morant Bay, Jamaica. Very experienced and very big. That's why he's the centerpiece of that back line for Menace.
Yeah, he was happy with Jamaica's result the other day against Trinidad and Tobago. We do have that rivalry within the squad.
Yeah, and a couple of players, Jesse Williams, Corey Cupid, Tyree Spicer. Trinidadians in the Menace team. And now a chance seemed to open up there for City, but a foul was called by the referee. It'll be ball for Des Moines.
I didn't see any advantage there, so I'm surprised it was allowed to go on.
Valor to take.
Dean Johnson and Matt were quickly off the bench there to the fourth official, claiming their point on the free kick, which was given.
It does appear that two players got instructions to warm up a little bit, get it started quickly for Menace. I believe it's Luka Netic, one of them.
Yeah, because I'm watching Sewell's movement right now, and he's struggling out there, and this is going to be critical coming into the second half. I have a feeling a change could come in. You know, when you look at the bench, Netic could play in at centre back.
That is true. He is a big guy. Ball floated inside. Dueso on the header, and it's Ryan Troutman first, but a flag is up as well.
And that's what I was talking about. Sewell's not his movement, and there the ball went over his head. He didn't have the elevation to jump up. So I think it's important to get the players warmed up just in case. So when you're going at half-time, I know Ziran Sur will turn around and say, no, I'm okay, I can carry on.
Camero.
Did well there, cutting inside, going square.
Torres. Ball for Cupid, couldn't handle it. But I agree with what you said about Sewell. Right now, his mind is all in the pain. Half on the pain, half of actually the action that's going on around him. So that could be something that Chicago could take advantage of.
Yeah, they've got to do it now if they're going to do it, because we're coming up towards the end here. Challenge.
We have a player down for City. It's Dueso holding his right hand, I believe. Unsure what happened there, but...
Dueso's up. I think it's just how he fell. He fell on his wrist.
Oscar Dueso from Spain, from España. Plays at Loyola Chicago alongside a few other players in this team. As some players get refreshments as well at this time. 43rd minute. We'll make it up in added time for sure, as it's been a very, very busy first half. No goals yet, but you never know what will happen. Here's Dueso. Torrellas. Dueso. Gonda plays it out to Alejandre. Garcia gets there first, and it was Corey Cupid, Goldthorpe trying to find space.
That was good from Goldthorpe, covering the ground there to intercept the pass and playing it back to Corey Cupid. But again, it's unnecessarily given away at a critical moment. That could have been the time to look for the next pass forward, especially when Chicago City were off balance and players were out of position.
As there was Goldthorpe hungry, had to go around the referee to get that ball. Now Torrellas. Dueso now. Torrellas again to Dueso. Williams gets there first, gets a challenge in, and it will be a corner for Chicago City.
Dueso, great little combination in there as well. I can deal with this little bit of rain here, no problem at all, and there's no lightning. Like I said, it's going to cool things off there. It's not torrential rain. Probably enough to keep the fans here tonight.
Hopefully, as the half is near, maybe some of them will go under the stadium for a couple minutes, see what happens. Nonetheless, a great crowd tonight, even with the environment and the elements taking part. Corner for City. There's a whistle there against, I believe, Bawa and Valor. Ball, low, dangerous. Jesse Williams on the touch. Alejandre puts a shot up and it goes way over.
Jesse Williams just did enough there, but it going straight out to Alejandro, just striking that ball off balance as it was skidding off the turf.
Has some raindrops falling on our equipment here in the press box. Starting to pick up.
Your attention please, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes to be played in the first half.
2 minutes added. Stoppage time in this first half. Suarez looking for Kunga there. Gutierrez, bit of a hesitation, and the header to Wayman. Safe and sound now. Wayman and Cisneros can start a chance. The pitch will be slightly more slick now with a bit of rain. Not quite as slick as natural grass, but still could take part and make a play in this match.
We see how quickly Cisneros wanted that ball straight away from Wayman. As he's being brought down there on the halfway line, we're going to see another yellow card here to Jesse Williams.
Right on the 45th minute, Jesse Williams gets a booking, joins Nico Torres on the Menace side. Arriving late there, really wanted to put a challenge on Cisneros, but the quick feet, the acceleration beat him to it. Ball certainly favoring Cisneros there, and now another chance for City could potentially be the last one, as some people are heading down into the safety of a roof. Will be Alejandre on the set piece.
As you can see, they want to send the big man, Senanu, up there as well for the last free kick, which is to no avail.
Anticlimactic.
Very, very anticlimactic.
You can tell the teams wanted to go into half, and that is exactly what happens. That is all in this first half of this match. 0-0. Chances on both sides. Trautmann has been tested once. The back line of Menace has certainly been tested, and so has been the one of City, but no goals yet. We will be back here on the Central Iowa Sports Network with highlights, what to expect in the second, and much, much more. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
The Black Keys Dropout Boogie Tour. August 14th, 8 p.m., Iowa State Fair Grandstand in Des Moines.
They want to get on the ceiling.
With special guest, the Velveteers, the Black Keys, live and loud. Reserve tickets on sale now through iowastatefair.org and at the Iowa State Fair ticket office. Convenience fees apply to all tickets.
A family's powerful story of loss.
My heart just sank. I just knew.
Definitely the worst day of my life, too.
Lexi was bringing a dog park to Creston before she was killed.
And how one girl's passion helped others move forward.
The family picked things up where Lexi left off.
This is something Lexi really wanted to do. To be frank, she's getting it done now.
Her story and her love for animals fueled this. It'll help her legacy live on forever.
Local 5 News. Your stories, our community. We are Iowa.
Now at DeArmond Ford Indianola, find great deals on new F-150s. The best-selling truck for 46 years straight. And we have over 50 in stock with a flex buy of 3.9% for 66 months. Plus $2,250 bonus cash on Power Boost. Plus up to $1,000 in accessory cash. Get 0% for 36 months on all new Ford Mustangs, Escapes, and Explorers. With over 50 F-150s in stock, find our entire inventory at DeArmondFord.com.
The Chicken in Orilla is a classic roadhouse joint serving chicken any way you want. All hand-cut, hand-breaded, and 100% satisfying. Chicken, just like your mama used to make. Bring the whole fam for all their favorites, and chicken so good you'll know why we could only call ourselves the Chicken. In the middle of nowhere, but just minutes from everywhere.
Welcome back to this USL League 2 match from Valley Stadium. I'm Juan Mendez, joined by Justin Vorster, counting down the seconds as we are right now in halftime, but excited for a second. But first, we have to recap what happened in the first. A lot of key moments.
Yes, there were, and particularly on the Menace side. I mean, they've got to be a little more clinical of set pieces, corners, free kicks. Chances they would have finished off a couple of weeks ago, last weekend, when they were scoring numerous goals. Something that they really need to get fixed. They need to get a little more technical and clinical positions in the penalty area. Having said that, they've had the chances. Goldthorpe with that one chance in particular where we all thought and the crowd thought it was a goal. Okay, so I think it will come together. They've got the first half out of their system, but I can just see certain components and elements opening up within Chicago City's backline. They're starting to get opened up. Maybe that's something they're talking about in there.
Certainly, as when Menace move on forward, there's been a lot of times where Goldthorpe can isolate himself against a player, find enough space for a shot. You just need that little extra bit of quality to put it away. It's been there, but again, time moves so quickly. These chances arrive in milliseconds.
Yes, they do. But you talk about being clinical. The final pass around the penalty area. You know, Garcia had one earlier. Wasn't the right pass for Gumera at the time. If it was played a little more forward for Gumera to run onto, because he was bending his run into it, it's just all the way to the pass. Now the second half is going to be different because the ball's going to be slick. It's going to come off that turf.
This first half, has it been what you expected?
Yes, I would say, especially with the Menace playing at home. But again, they have to be careful in transition off the ball. It was concerning when Zul went off injured. Well, not off injured, but with the ankle injury. And I think they're going to make a change because you don't want to take risks. You want 100% fit players on there at the time. Maybe he's going to be okay if he's being treated in the locker room. But I'm a little bit skeptical. And again, when we talk about that, Troutman's done well in commanding his penalty area. He's done the right things as far as the details go. He's come out to get the ball. He hasn't hesitated. He's playing with confidence, as you can see. But I think that that's going to be critical moments in the second half.
I can see that happening, as he has done certainly more running in this half than he did last match at Peoria, for sure. But now it is time for a quick break here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. When we return, we will have highlights and more for you, what to look forward to in the second half as well. So don't go anywhere, because we will be right back.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
Missing a quality home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make. Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
When I think about the Mini Pitch Initiative, I think about creating equal access to allow youth to have confidence in themselves, to develop teamwork. You know, for me, sports were always a huge part of my life, and I want other people to have that same experience that I did. When you revitalize space in the community, you're able to allow people to come together. We've worked really hard with the U.S. Soccer Foundation over the past couple years and bringing pitches all over the country. We're really proud of being able to create spaces for kids to play and grow. At the end of the day, soccer is just a conduit. It's allowing kids to develop and give them the tools that they need for life. That's what soccer means to me.
Welcome once again to live coverage of Des Moines Menace Soccer here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Very exciting first half that we saw. That being said, there's a lot of action that we can certainly recap before we start the second. As we see here on the highlights, a lot of things happened early on. Vicente Valor, Nico Torres in the middle working hard. Valor had a through ball on the far side, finding Goldthorpe, who cuts inside around Gutierrez, puts a ball that just goes wide as Wayman had a see that away. A little bit of danger there as he dealt with it. 1-2. Goldthorpe goes inside again. Gutierrez trying to eye him down. He bites. Goldthorpe on the left foot this time. The chance doesn't quite arrive as another opportunity for the top scorer for Menace this season opened up. And now there was some highlights as well by City. It was Mensa on the through ball, finding the header of Duay. So the clearest chance thus far for City on the header. Their only shot on goal, but they've certainly created a lot of danger for Menace and that back line. We thank everybody for tuning in to this very special match here, Stars and Stripes night from Valley Stadium. It is quite rainy outside, but certainly appreciating everybody here in presence and everybody tuning in back home and whatever your device is. Certainly a match that we expect a lot from in the second. I have Justin back here to discuss a bit of what could happen, the players that could come in, and even more further on, as tonight Menace have partnered with the U.S. Army and CBRE to recognize and thank those in the armed forces for their service. There's also an honorary captain here on the night, and that was Patrick Moran. It's a fantastic display. All that is left is some goals in this match and this wonderful, wonderful atmosphere. With that, we will go into another short break, but when we are back, we will have some content on what to expect in the second and the kickoff for the second half as well. This very exciting top matchup. We will be right back here on CISN.
The largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbox to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels. There's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
There's more Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
The Royal Mile, where everyone's a wee bit British. The Royal Mile is downtown Des Moines' living room with classic pub favourites. Pair them with a glass of whiskey or an expertly poured Guinness. It's bloody brilliant. The Royal Mile, a proper British pub.
Not too many places hit all the right notes. But when it comes to great atmosphere and delicious scratch-made food, Truman's is the name to know. Game days are for Chiefs fans, but every day is for the food fans. Truman's, get to know us by name.
It takes a village to empower a young person to achieve their full potential. Yet today in America, 1 in 3 kids are growing up without a mentor. Together, we can change this. You can be that someone for a young person by becoming a mentor. Join the village. Big brothers, big sisters. Become a big today.
Hello and welcome back to live coverage of Des Moines Menace Soccer here again on the Central Iowa Sports Network on this exciting USL 2 number 1 against number 2 matchup here at Valley Stadium. The rain slowly starting to clear away as the second half is soon to resume. We're excited to bring you tonight's match live on YouTube. A lot to expect in the second as we see the Menace players warmed up. Are you expecting any substitutions in the second, Justin?
Looking at it, yeah, I don't foresee anything. Actually, just trying to make sure. It looks like all the players from the first half who went off have come out. It looks like it's the same. Yep, it looks like it's the same 11 that started the first half. The main concern was Saul. He's out there, so I think he's okay. Let's see how it goes for the first 5 to 10 minutes.
I'm not entirely surprised that they came back with the same 11, but I would be leaning toward possibly subbing away Nico Torres in the midfield with a yellow card for Luca Neres to just remain solid in the middle, but that yellow card could certainly play on. You don't want to play with a man down on a match like this.
Yeah, and then you got to look at Jesse Williams at the back as well. He received a yellow card in the 45th minute of the match as well. So you got two defensive midfield, one defensive midfielder, Nico Torres, and then you got Jesse Williams also on a yellow card. And it's just something to watch out for. See, Jesse's back in. The same back three from what I see.
If there is a substitution, if Jesse Williams is taken out, Corey Cupid has played the right center back position several times for Menace, especially against Springfield. And possibly you could have Gamero on the right, Yamazaki on the left, replacing Corey Cupid on that side. That wouldn't be a terrible option, but is that what you want?
I think if need be, it can happen. We all know that Corey Cupid can play at the back. He's a lot more comfortable on the left-hand side where Suarez is. But, you know, Suarez could move to the right-hand side. I think Suarez could play in Zoran Sul's position if need be. You know, so there are changes there. But Yamazaki, if he comes into the game on either the left or the right-hand side, if those changes need to be made, which I think won't take long, I foresee that at some stage of this game.
As we see the players of City uniting, calling for Wayman to join in on the huddle. A long second half is soon to come.
Then you look on the other end as well. You got Bawa, who received a yellow card in the 12th minute of the match as well. So, you know, Chicago City Soccer Club are on one as well.
On their side, I could make a bit of a prediction here on who could be coming in later on. And I'm thinking Sidney Warden could make an appearance, possibly for Dueso later on, to work that right wing and put a bit of a threat there. Either that or removing Gonda, putting Dueso in the middle, Gonda away, and still Warden working the right wing. I could see that happening later on.
And Dueso's been switching around left and right, you know, and he comes into the space.
With that, we hear the whistle, the opening whistle of the second half. Here we go. Quick ball played away. Dueso there on the header. And I agree with that. Bawa and Dueso have been working side to side, always making things difficult for Menace. And now Gamero. Touch to Gotor. Back to Gamero, using that pace. Challenge is made, and there's Torrellas to clear things away. What a challenge.
Great challenge, and there picking up the pieces was Seneno. Just playing it back into Wayman.
Kunga, 1-2. Kunga on the chance. Goes inside the box. Is Kunga. Puts it a little too far. Got a little bit too excited nearing the post of Wayman.
And as that ball was played and Kunga hitting the goal line there, Fernando Garcia's movement towards the penalty spot from the six-yard box in a bending run movement. He was just waiting for that back pass.
Drums there, you hear the Red Army, the Moines Society, the supporters here tonight in full strength. Nico Torres shielding the ball. No foul called, but it'll be a throw for Menace. As fans are slowly coming back into the stands, the wet stands now, the Menace faithful still making themselves present. Gonda, now Bawa. Kunga wins the ball, clashes with Bawa, and a foul called in favor of Menace there.
Bawa expressing his opinions towards the side on that. Felt like he should have been given the free kick. Corey Cupid taking up a wide position in the wide area on our near side, and then Adrian Gumero's on the far side.
he is looking for that ball. To it first is Cisneros. Now Bawa, another chance. Jesse Williams playing up close, swarming. Clearance by Cisneros, clashes it against Goldthorpe, and now Garcia tries to run to it. Wayman claims it first.
Good block there from Goldthorpe, and Wayman, much better starting position, coming out to get that ball.
Now with the rain, we spoke about this a little bit earlier on in the first. The wet turf, what is that like? How much does that really alter a match like this?
It'll be slick coming off the turf. You got to watch the bounce. You got to make sure you get your body behind the ball. Try not to reach out for the ball, because it will skid off the turf, and it's going to be very, very slick.
And the slips too, you have to watch for that as well. As there's a ball in for Bawa. Bawa, Jesse Williams on him, fakes out Williams. Bawa with the shot test. Troutman with the save. Still endangered. Torrellas has it now. Plays it back.
Too much space there given to Bawa.
Cisneros ball inside. Sewell on the light clearance. City still on the attack. Corey Cupid moves on forward. Advantage was called momentarily, but a foul and a set piece for City.
Gondo winning the foul, but Bawa was given, he was closed down, he was tight, and then two players dropped off him defensively. He was given too much space, and Troutman was brought into action diving to his right-hand side. The first save he's had to make of the match so far.
That's right, the first real test for Troutman, as Bawa faked out Williams, who couldn't step into his shot, and now he's stepping forward here on the set piece. Might center it, might surprise Troutman. He lines up. Ernest Bawa. Bawa tries to surprise Troutman, hits Corey Cupid right on his head. He falls down as he calls for attention instantly.
Commitment in the box there as that ball was driven and looked like it was going towards goal. Was he hit in the head there, Corey Cupid? Complaining to the... Let's have a look at this again. Bawa driving it in. Just hitting him in the top of the head. That's commitment. He didn't duck. Took that well. But he's been asked to... And it's just protocols, concussion protocol.
Yeah.
It's he doesn't want to be checked out.
His team will be down a man for an offensive moment. Dueso.
And as you can see, we got both the physio on there, and
it appears that he is fine to come back.
The doctor as well. So he's been cleared, he's been waved on.
Now is Valor for Menace. Looking for Cupid. Mensa on the touch, Corey Cupid steps first. Now there's Cupid. Alejandre on the press, might have clipped Cupid. Nothing is called. Cupid's on the ground. Chance now. It's maybe with a shot that curls away.
And Corey Cupid doesn't look good right now. He's the way he fell there and slipped, but what a strike there in transition. As Corey Cupid went down, it looks like it could be his groin. Just came on after taking one to the head from the free kick in the wall. It looks like his groin, and just the way he's fallen. But look at this chance here with maybe onto his right foot, again not being closed down, and just going past Troutman's right-hand post. And you see he looks in a bit of pain, and on the far side you can see Yamazaki. You can see Yamazaki warming up. He would be the replacement.
There's a quick replay on that. We want to make sure that he is okay. It did look like the groin, a hard step on his right. We don't want to see that for sure. We'll make sure we update you on Corey Cupid's status.
You can see he's in pain there, that's for sure.
As there's players warming up on the far side as well. And Corey Cupid is being currently helped out to the sideline. Certainly worrying when a player drops like that after a light touch, and glad to have him now being able to step away for now, but certainly we'll make sure to update you on his status, as there is a substitution preparing for Menace at the moment. 2 substitutions. It is Tyree Spicer and Haruki Yamazaki.
Look at Congo. Congo is going off. That looks like the Tyrese change up front.
Yamazaki replacing Cupid down the left wing. Yamazaki, who is very energetic, always in practice, in matches, and warm-ups. Very energetic, talkative, good at keeping his team in good spirits, clapping and motivating on forward. Good piece to bring, and Tyree Spicer as well, who had a great performance against Springfield away. Yamazaki on his first touch, loses the ball there, and now it's Dueso. Finding Gonda, Sewell gets there first, Sewell back to Troutman.
Does very well there, just a little swivel there on the deep inside his half, getting the ball back to Troutman. Also, when you're looking at the bench, you've got Cyrus Hartman, but Cyrus Hartman can play wide as well. Like when you look at Gumera and that, but you know, look at Spicer coming in, putting pressure over there on Sinano. He scored goals, you know, and he's hungry as well, isn't he? And he's a great change coming into the game.
He's got a lot of pace. A lot of pace up front for Menace as Yamazaki steps forward against Dueso. Yamazaki still on the ball. Dueso on the challenge, and Yamazaki loses the ball again. Dueso can't step on it. Ball for Des Moines.
Yamazaki just recovering there, putting a foot in on Mensa.
Now it's Goldthorpe. Has some options. Tries to find a ball for Spicer. Spicer on it. Gets a shot off with the left. Almost puts it away.
Awareness was unbelievable there from Elliot Goldthorpe. He saw Spicer's movement, played the ball earlier, straight into his path. Absolutely brilliant.
It seemed very unlikely that he could get a shot off, but in 3 to 4 quick strides with the left foot, he could have put one on net.
Yeah, Spicer did well there actually, because the pressure was coming in very, very quickly from Sinanu. And he was just lunging, just kind of off balance, leaning away from the ball. As you can see here, the pressure coming in from Bauer onto Troutman.
Over Camaro, a little bit too heavy. Now Cisneros has a chance for City. Cisneros on it. Camaro retrieves, and now Jesse Williams stepping up, clearing that one.
Jesse Williams did well there, coming in to cover. Cisneros.
Torrellas. Into maybe. Going that couldn't possess, and now chance for Menace, chance for Des Moines. Goldthorpe on the right, Spicer has the ball. A run by Garcia, Gutierrez finds it on his foot. Sonanu out to Cisneros, the press continues, but City's dealing with it.
Torreyes has to be careful giving the ball away in transition there, but he got back really quickly, got back in recovery. And as you can see with the slickness here on the field, and the ball's going end to end, and I have a feeling Corey Cooper's injury has something to do with that as well, because his foot twisted, he slipped on the turf.
And every step in this match has been so key. Be there first to each ball. As Fernando Garcia closing in the pass to Wayman. Juan Gutierrez eyeing it down to Axel Alejandre down to Mensa now. Ernest Mensa looking for Ernest Bawa. There's a through ball. Appears to be onside. Bawa gets to it. He is onside. Gamero on the coverage now. Torrellas. Torrellas floats one. Looking for a header. Finds a header. Alberto Suarez there on the clear, and still danger for Menace. Nico Torres forced to clear it away. And it will be a ball after all, and a throw. Appears to be Chicago City.
Yamazaki did enough on the far post with a little nudge. Just enough in order to put the attacking player off balance. Otherwise, it could have been dangerous. But that little nudge on the far post, just putting your opponent off balance, is critical at times like that.
It did just enough, as Dueso has found several headers already in this match. None of them quite a test for Troutman, but he is finding them, and those crosses by Torrellas have been certainly dangerous. As there's a ball for Bawa. Stepping forward first is Suarez.
And Bawa just having a go at his teammate there for not clipping the ball over and around, bending ball over the top is what he was looking for.
Eighth minute into the second half now.
Troutman with a massive save to keep the Menace in the game. And then maybe with the strike that went past the far post.
Bawa on the move. Now maybe again has a chance, puts it down. Finds Dueso. Yamazaki on the cover. Dueso 1-2 far away. Mensah puts the ball inside, and it'll be Troutman to paw it down, trying to get a counterattack from his team, but he'd rather wait.
It's those combinations around the penalty area, and it seems to be going Chicago City's way at this point. But again, the overlapping run from Mensah down the right-hand side on our near side, the combinations with Dueso, I mean, reading that at the back there as well.
Nico Torres playing back to Troutman. Suarez. City's pushing forward. Yamazaki, heavy touch. Yamazaki. Alejandre heads it away. Now, I am noticing slightly less work on offense and movement by Valor and Torres. Were very, very active in the first. Could that be fatigue? Could that be just all the movement that they were forced to do in the first?
I don't think they're not getting the chance to settle on the ball, and I think that's the issue right now. You look at the press here from City, and as Garcia receives the ball, this could be a dangerous moment.
Garcia for Spicer. Garcia's back inside. Spicer, ball to the other side. Chance. Goldthorpe on it. Gamero on the left foot. Wayman with the save, and now Valor still on it.
Wayman with a great save there.
Spicer now on the near side, but it is called offside.
That was a chance, and the ball just eluded Goldthorpe's foot there. What a ball played through by Spicer, but the initial attack started by Fernando Garcia on our near side, cutting in, and Spicer with his movement. Spicer's been effective so far, and then in the end it goes, we're offside, the Menace are offside in that last phase, but that was a chance. But what a save by Wayman, what a save. Just threw his body in front of that. That's got to be a big-time save for the half. In fact, the match so far would go with Troutman's save to his right-hand side earlier from the strike from Maybe.
A great way stepping forward as Goldthorpe and Gamero seem to not want to take the chance away from each other. That might have been a reason why Wayman had the time to move on forward and completely close every option down.
I think it was a communication piece as well where, Goldthorpe in the end did notice off the peripheral that Guimaraes was there and just laid the ball into him, and I think that was a critical piece there, but Wayman just read it well. But the strike from Guimaraes was unbelievable, phenomenal. He just dived in front of it. It was a great block.
Weak foot there by Gamero, almost made his second goal this season. How about that?
Well, I tell you what, if that's his weak foot, hate to see a strong foot, right?
That's right. Casey wingback for Menace has been brilliant this season. And now, Sewell from the back is Menace. Working it forward, Gamero. Torres. Williams back to Troutman. City still under pressure. Troutman, ball far away, Yamazaki. Good touch there on it. Is quickly surrounded, has no options. Ernest Mensah there first. They've been so good at that, Chicago, this match, and every bit of space, Menace really has to work hard to get it back, to open those gaps up.
Yes, they do, and they're being closed down with it, like I said, whether it's man on man. So initially when that ball's lost, just pick the nearest man closest to you, get goal side, ball side, and then once the ball is secured or it's played back, and those are critical moments in winning the ball back, because then when that ball's played, your job is to win that ball. As we see an off-the-ball moment here, I believe that's Gonda.
Going down a slide as Valor put a pass that Gonda tried to block, arrived late on the slide. We'll get a quick chat as well from Ivanovic. No card, however.
Happened out of the picture while...
As he says, the famous gesture, no more.
No more. My hand's going into the top pocket. You don't want the hand going into the back pocket.
That's right. You don't want that at all. You do not want that.
Assad's had his hands full here tonight, that's for sure. He's had experience in the USL League One. Lots of experience as a young referee.
Spicer now finds the ball, tries to force a shot. Not quite saw the appeal on that one. It will be a goal kick for City.
I thought he was initially going to secure possession there, and then there was the piece of getting his body around the ball. Looking for Garcia in the penalty area.
As two players seem to be getting ready for Chicago City on their sideline. We'll make sure to tell you who that will be. Yamazaki hasn't been too refined thus far since coming in. Haruki on the throw now. Mensah down to Dueso. Garcia there first. Valor hoping for a Garcia run. Mensah has it and Garcia gets it back. Moving on forward, puts the body in and a shove by Mensah, but that's all body. Shoving it into one of our, I believe it's a photographer there, and Garcia is still down.
Garcia gingerly getting to his feet. As Mr. T is helping him up.
Great photographer, I gotta say.
Have you seen the lens that he's got there? Remember earlier on, just before the game, I think he was on the halfway line taking pictures of us.
I thought it was a telescope.
He thought he was looking at stars. He wasn't. He was looking at us.
He was going to check the weather for us before the match. That's the biggest camera lens I've ever seen in my life. 65th minute in the second half. No goals thus far, but the drums continue. The crowd continues to cheer on. And Wayman is keeping City in this match. Torrellas looking for 3 points. Torrellas there loses the ball. Nico Torres and a clearance by Gamero looking for Garcia. Sunanu fighting Garcia. Spicer there on the challenge too. Some pinball. Maybe drops it down. Alejandre will just get there on time. Gamero forcing it to a throw. And the substitution was Juan Gutierrez. What a great first name that is. Juan Gutierrez moving out, and coming in is Lucas Ender, who scored against Menace in the earlier match on May 28th.
Positional switch. I wonder if Gutierrez had an injury or carrying a slight niggle.
And I'm not sure exactly who came out, but coming in is number 7, Cade Hagen, for City as well. He will do the throw. It might be Cisneros who stepped out. I believe it was a change at the left back position. I'll make sure to confirm that, but that is what appears to be. Cade Hagen, local from Chicago, played at Pitt and moved on to play at DePaul University. There he is on the ball now.
So you got Hagen on the ball, and then you can see a change coming in here for the Menace as well. You got Hagen on the ball, and then Enders has gone up for this.
Lucas Ender, 6'1", from Kempten, Germany, playing in Loyola Chicago. Hagen on the set piece. Chance for City. Ball played hard and inside. Jesse Williams on the touch. By himself was Yamazaki, who was able to clear it away, and that might enable the substitution for Menace. Cyrus Harmon is coming in.
And I tell you what, I think that's Jesse Williams that's gone down there after that header, but it was a critical header. As you can see, Fernando Garcia going off for Cyrus Harmon. Again, what a great change as well, striker for striker, but that header was critical because Enders was right in behind him. And Hagen whipped that in with pace.
A dangerous ball, missed touch, and it could even slip through onto goal. So strong ball there and efficient by City, who now have a throw. There's maybe. Goes around Torres. Dueso try to get the ball back, and now Torres has it now. Finding Cyrus Harmon. Spicer as well. Ball to Harmon. Harmon has a chance. Opens up. Goes inside. Goes outside. Cyrus Harmon. That's a clean ball. That's a clean touch. No foul called.
Great tackle that, wasn't it? Great tackle. That was...
Unsure exactly who that was, but that was great, patient defending. Valley Stadium not loving that at all, but...
No, he got his foot to the ball, as you can see him at. And Dean Johnson on the sideline.
Bit of a chat there from Sewell.
Sewell's got to be careful. But it is going to be a free kick far side.
Some chance as well in Valley. I'll have to disagree with the common belief currently in this stadium. But I'll have to say, Harmon, quick impact, getting the ball, trying to cut around and outside. As here we have a replay.
As you can see, Harmon, look at that. But look at that tackle. Just, it looked like he got the ball there.
That was Gutierrez, so he didn't step out the match. It was...
Gutierrez has moved to left back by the looks of it.
I see, and Hagen still moving on forward. Ball played for Menace. Finding Sewell a little too far over him will be a goal kick for Wayman. So Hagen moved forward. Ernest Bawa is not on the pitch anymore. So it was Bawa for Hagen. And it was Ender.
Correct.
Joining the back side too.
So Hagen has gone into in terms of the 11 on the left-hand side. Gutierrez has moved to left back, and Sinaros is off, I believe.
Yes, he is. So that is the status right now of the City team. There's Juan Gutierrez. Also played the full match against Menace on May 28th, and last season at UIC, University of Illinois Chicago, the most minutes out of any player in that team. So he will continue to put in that work in the back. As Mensa puts it inside for Dueso. Dueso tries to put on a move, and now a chance again opens up for Menace. It's Tyree Spicer. It's Harmon on the left. Tyree Spicer chops inside. But first there's Dueso tracking all the way back without a foul. Gameru with the challenge. Yamazaki on the touch.
What a tackle there from Dueso. Working back to win that ball.
You can tell both teams want this just as much. Jesse Williams, a hard challenger on the far side. Hagen claims for a foul, but that was all ball.
Now, as you can see, coming up to 19 minutes left of this match, the game is going to start getting feisty. The tackles will start flying in because there's 3 points up for grabs, and especially with the Menace in need of the 3 points. And not just that, Chicago City want to maintain their winning record. And this is what's making this game exciting, even though it's 0-0 at this moment. Juan, and it's going to be, we mentioned a goal in it, and I said before we went on air that it's going to be probably in the last 5 minutes. It's going to be close.
It will be close.
There's going to be a goal in this match.
When everything becomes more and more critical, when the time starts to run out, is when the goals open up and arrive. As players are certainly facing that exhaustion too. Tracking back, Nico Torres still has a a couple lungs on him, but there's Hagen with the pace, and there's another challenge by Sewell, cleanly taken away, and now Torres, space to work with, is fouled by Gonda.
As Hagen was cutting in there, just chopping and slicing through from the wide area into the half space area, going towards goal. Sewell with an unbelievable challenge there. Well read, winning the ball, and then the Menace winning a free kick on the far side.
This is where I would like to see Luka Nedic coming into this match. He opens up the width a lot, and now opportunity for Dueso. Dueso for City, cuts inside, Yamazaki tracks back, and now a shot forced away, and Troutman with a brilliant save. Corner for City.
And it's all transition from Nico Torres' free kick on the diagonal that was intercepted with City going forward. As you can see here, Dueso cutting in onto it. Dueso onto his left foot, laying it off, and there's Troutman again diving to his right from another maybe strike that could possibly have gone in.
Blaine maybe another shot, another Troutman save, but it is getting near. There's a cross inside, and a foul is called against Torres as the ball was nearing the box.
Torres going down, and it looks like he just got slightly winded. Maybe some in the not needed to have the trainer come on for.
He does get up and slowly walks back to his position. 74 minutes, 16 and added time left on this one. A fantastic match wherever you're watching it. It has been incredible. Goal is not yet here. There's a tease for them. Valor on the ball, on the left foot. Bit of a fake. Still in possession. Tries to go around Dueso.
Great piece of skill there, now finding Yamazaki, but it's well played there by Mensah. Just getting his body across the ball, shielding it out. Valor, again, he's the type of player that likes to play those 5-yard passes, coming short to get the ball, and then he can open games up with a 20, 30-yard pass.
As there's a bit of a step on Yamazaki by Dueso. Unsure what happened there. Dueso will get a talk from Assad.
Assad goes back to Mensah with a throw and orders Torres to just step away.
Gotta keep an eye on that matchup there, Dueso and Yamazaki. Torrellas goes back to Alejandre. Alejandre looking for Gutierrez, who makes a mistake. And now Gamero. Gamero now on the chance. Plays the ball out for Harmon, too hopeful, and Ender puts it out for a throw.
Ender had to do that. Harmon did initially start his actions, his sprint. Wayman stayed on his line. And again, Wayman just giving Enders the thumbs up. Hey, no problem. You've cleared it. Get on with it. You notice when Gutierrez gave the ball away as well, Eden Ponde just recovered with the recovery run. And this is when the Menace they really need to take advantage of these situations here. As we see argy-bargy going on in the midway through the City half. Goldthorpe having a chat with Assad, obviously being the captain. We don't want this game to get out of hand. We want a nice fluidity to it. The second half has been end-to-end, and Troutman's made 2 fantastic saves, and then Wayman with that 1 block.
Goalkeepers keeping the score at 0. As the ball is played in, Jesse Williams arriving late to that one. Could have been called for a foul, but it's called for advantage. Kate Hagen now on the ball. Switches it now for Mensah. We'll get there. Yamazaki on the press. On a 1-on-1. Mensah puts the ball inside. Sewell heads it away.
Sewell with a powering header, clearing his lines out for a throw-in. Up and out.
Torrellas try to get the ball, and it will be a corner for City.
Yeah, the last touch came off a Menace defender there. It's starting to get critical at this point where the game has switched a bit. with maybe on the ball, but the momentum switch. It's more City's way right now in the second half after a fantastic start by the Menace.
Blaine Maybe playing in Georgetown University to whip this ball high away. Dueso can't catch it as it skips out for a throw in favor of Des Moines.
Yeah, maybe he's been good with his deliveries throughout the game, but he overhit that one rather too much for Dueso. We know he's quick, not quite Usain Bolt.
Nobody really is, huh? Tyree Spicer is quite fast. And now chance for City. Quick touch by Dueso. Looking for Maybe, and now Yamazaki on the ball, on the fight. Facing some press. Mensah, ball slips by. Spicer on the touch. Collecting the ball, shielding it away, but eventually losing it. It's Maybe now on it. And Valor out for a throw.
Valor coming across, cutting off the passing lane, just blocking the ball out for a throw. It looks like there's two more players on the Menace bench that are coming into the game.
I think it's Leroy.
Leroy and Zaguzzi. We know what he's about. Now, where does he come in, though? I don't see Goldthorpe going off. Is it going to be in the wide area?
That would be interesting. It could be Goldthorpe. As Sunonu there. Has to play it back. Goldthorpe still putting in press on Wayman. Not the safest pass, and now some ground for Menace to work with. Subo. Valor. Into the middle. Spicer. Tried to get it back to Valor, but
I don't. I'm just thinking about this change coming in here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be you'll see Nedic coming in.
On the far side, Jesse Williams has to step forward. Now Gamero tracking back. Has a chance now. Valor. Opportunity now. Goldthorpe on it. Has some options. Spicer on the run. Goldthorpe lays it for Spicer. Spicer on the pace. Tyree Spicer. Saved by Wayman. Ball inside yet again. Chance. Valor has it. Puts it around one, not around two. Mensah's there. Now Dueso. Breathing.
Spicer went for goal there. He had Harmon on the far post charging in.
Going down his last breath. Suo, no foul. Menace ball.
Assad says play on there. I'm surprised that.
And a cramp as well for.
Yeah, a cramp. But Suo came in there with his elbow and everything.
Gamero ball for Goldthorpe, too far away. As Gonda gets back up. And the substitutions will come in. What a chance for Menace. What a chance for Des Moines as Spicer on the left foot. Another chance and another save yet again by Wayman, by this guy in orange.
Yep, what I say about Wayman, but then you look at Goldthorpe coming in between the lines. I just can't see Goldthorpe going off. He's got to stay on the pitch because he'll make things happen. He'll come in between the lines like that. He received the ball on the half turn. He had Harmon on the far side. He had Spicer making that run through the central area. He plays Spicer. Spicer, all he had to do was whip it around the back there. Harmon was unmarked. He was coming in far post.
And now, chance for City there. Cleared away. Another corner. Dangerous chance for Chicago City. And Goldthorpe is slowly making his way toward the line. It might be likely just the amount of work he's done tonight.
I don't think he's
unsure. It appears he is the selected player for the substitution, but they'll let the corner play out, maybe hoping for a counter.
They want to go for the win.
Played inside. Header, and it's a goal! It's Mark Torrellas, and a goal for Chicago City, who strike first off the corner in the 81st minute.
What a corner that was. Whipped in on the far side. I believe it was Hagen that whipped it in. It could have been maybe that whipped it in. It was Gutierrez. Is that Gutierrez that got the goal? I'm sure I saw jersey number 24, but when you look at this, ball whipped in here.
That's maybe.
Maybe. What a fantastic ball in. And
Torrellas. Torrellas with the header.
Torreyes with the header, flicked on. What a fantastic goal. Troutman couldn't do anything about it. What a goal there by Torreyes. And now, 9 minutes to go. As you look at this, maybe whipping the ball in. went over Jesse Williams' head, just over him, and an unmarked Torres with a fantastic header into the far post. Troutman couldn't do anything about it.
Reyes, a header to make it 1-0 here at Valley Stadium. A deficit for Des Moines in desperate times. Leroy Nziguzi is in. Tyrese Spicer as well on the offense. Cyrus Harmon, Elliot Goldthorpe as well. Nico Torres stepped out. 4 at the back for Des Moines. Cyrus Harmon on the far side now. Yamazaki playing on the right. Yamazaki, ball inside, dangerous. Wayman claims it. Torres, who's a long-time player in Chicago City SC and also Chicago United FC in its history. Played it last year, had 10 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist. The year before that, 8 appearances, 2 goals. And in this season, he's been nothing but certainly flawless and one of the more flawless teams you've seen so far. Tyrese Spicer, ball inside, played, chance, Elliot, goal, off the bar.
Closer and closer to the Menace. Yeah, we talk about the 5-minute rule, and that was a chance just skimming over the crossbar. As you see Elliot Goldthorpe just lining that up.
Wow. Here's the replay. Spicer, interception,
but look how it's lined up there. What a strike going off the corner of the crossbar.
Putting absolutely everything into that shot was Goldthorpe. As Gamero exited, Yamazaki's playing on the right. Alberto Suarez is playing left back now. Down to Valor. Spicer making runs. Valor, floated ball, looking for Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe has a chance on the touch, getting near Wayman, who claims it again. 85th minute. Des Moines trying to tie it.
So Gomeres has gone off. Yamazaki has gone to the right-hand side in the right wing-back position. And then Spicer's coming on to a near side in the wing-back, and then Leroy Nziguzi has gone up front.
Cade Hagen, City trying to put the needle in the coffin. Facing Suarez, Cade Hagen still on it. Ball goes out.
And then Luka Nedic is coming to the midfield for Nico Torres. Nico Torres on a yellow card. Again, got to be careful there. And then the goal coming in the 81st minute of a maybe corner. Torres.
No offside there, and Nziguzi tried to get it around Sinanu. Women on the clear, and Justin, I got to tell you, the Moines Menace have not lost in Valley Stadium since June 28th of 2017.
During the regular season, that's quite the record to have. And Chicago City have coming up to 4 minutes to go to hold on to that, to maintain their record at 9-0, the top of the conference.
With a playoff spot already clinched. There's Valor, ball stolen away, and a foul is called in a dangerous position. 86th minute. Clock is ticking. Des Moines looking to tie this one up. Goldthorpe. Challenge, a hard challenge there on the far side. Alejandre on Goldthorpe. Valor. Rotating. Goldthorpe puts it down, looking for Spicer. Spicer gets the ball. Opportunity. It's Tyrese Spicer. Puts it on the left. Cuts inside. Puts a shot, and another save by Wayman.
And the frustration there, as you can see, in Leroy Nziguzi was waiting and lurking, and so was Cyrus Harmon.
It's Valorna. Ball in, looking for Spicer again. And now sitting back is City. Suwo. going through the middle. Out inside. Ball played to Goldthorpe. Not the nicest touch. Goldthorpe has to play it back. Ball bouncing around. And Segusi on the press. Facing a challenge. No foul. But a player is down for City. Dueso getting up. And now it's Jesse Williams on the left side. Puts the ball in, looking for Nsugusi, facing a challenge by Ender. Now Luka Nedic has it.
There has to be a little more fight here from the Menace players.
Yamazaki.
Like it's your life on the line.
On a 1-2, on the dribble. Yamazaki, 1-2, Harmon. Yamazaki again on the ball, facing a challenge against a corner for Menace.
As it's coming down to the wire here. Margins and thrills is what we're seeing here tonight so far, with that goal coming in the 81st minute for City. With the Menace now driving forward. Juan, we could be in for an exciting finish here. Players are just falling to the ground and both sides have put everything on the line, but this is where they need the subs. The Menace need their subs to lift it up a notch. Spicer with the chances. He's had options to his right hand side as he's breaking in. And it looks like it's Dueso
and Torrellas, the goal scorer for City, with a fantastic header. Just a brilliant header, getting ahead of everybody, jumping over everybody, putting it away, and giving this team the current score line.
Torreya and Dueso
wasting time.
Dueso taking their time to get off the field, wasting time. And Assad now sprints across. You'll add time on for this. Already that's 2 minutes on the clock that's gone.
Troutman had to run forward to help Dueso out, who's certainly taking his time, and coming back in, another piece for the back line of City. Number 40, you don't see that number too often, Andrew Schweinert. And number 11 as well. Sidney Warden coming in. Chance for Menace, off a corner. Elliot Goldthorpe, header Yamazaki.
Oh! And that's the response.
For Menace, it's Haruki Yamazaki off the header by the Elliot Goldthorpe ball. And this game is tied in the 90th minute.
I told you it could be in 2 minutes. What a great game. What a finale. What a climax to this match here. Full of thrills, and Yamazaki, the sub, getting that goal. But what a delivery from the far side for Yamazaki to nod. Glancing header across the goalkeeper. And sometimes taking your time to go off in the substitutions and killing 2 minutes will kill momentum, but this didn't kill momentum. Look at that ball played in Yamazaki.
Wow. Off the header. Not the tallest, but certainly the quickest to that ball, putting it away. Wayman can see it go to the back of his net. It's 1-1. The two best teams right now in the USL League 2 are fighting and fighting on. This game is not over, Justin.
Not over at all.
Could go either way. Valley Stadium split 1 goal apiece.
It's margins and thrills at this point. It's been wonderful, but what an astonishing comeback.
Does Chicago have the ice to close things out? Can Des Moines pull the comeback? 3 points are still on the line. 1 are evenly distributed. Chicago on the ball first. Williams on the jump. Tyree Spicer on it. Puts the ball through. Leroy Nsuguzi lays it now for Goldthorpe. Sanunu drops it back for Wayman. Valor repossess. Spicer on it. Down to Valor. Valor. Ball inside. Sananu again staying solid. Luka Nedic now. Looking on the far side for Yamazaki. Gets it to Suarez. Suarez playing on the right position now. The center back. Alberto Suarez. Plays it for Harmon. Opening gaps for Menace. Harmon on the left foot. Has a chance. Has a pass. Trying to find Nsuguzi. People are falling. Valor claims.
Cyrus could have released that a little bit earlier, but it's really turned this match now into a thrilling couple of minutes left here.
About the 92nd minute now. Playing inside, playing on forward. Chance for Menace. Play it in. Chance. Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe and a save by Wayman again. Wearing the hero's cape. As Goldthorpe has another chance. Plays it in. Mensah. Back to Goldthorpe. Moving around. Centered ball. Yamazaki waiting for it. Lands on his head, tries to play it in a dangerous position. It'll be a goal kick for Menace.
And what a save there from Wayman on Goldthorpe's strike. He struck that with absolute venom, and Wayman just getting a foot to it, his body to it, and the ball going out.
6 minutes have been added.
Still 6 minutes of excitement. We've gone already into the 92nd. So are we talking about 6 minutes from now?
Not sure. The more the merrier. This match has been fantastic. As both teams desperate. Nobody wants to drop points here. Sewell down to Spicer. The flick out to Nzugusi. Nzugusi has some options, wants to go inside, does so. It's Leroy. Leroy back to Goldthorpe. Their first, I believe, is maybe Sydney Warden can't bring it down.
Now the Menace have just found this extra burst of energy here, and they really are going at City. They are hungry for the 3 points. You can see it. The players that have come off the bench, Yamazaki with the goal, bringing the Menace back into this game, and it's absolutely thrilling right now. It's full of excitement. The fans haven't started leaving. They're all still sitting in their seats here. Normally at this time when they start wandering out the stadium.
.28 seconds on the clock. Another ball played by Sewell. Valor has to step forward. Pass in, no offside. Chances opening up now. City's on the attack. Menace slowly tracking back. Number 11, there it is now. Valor has to somehow still has fuel in the tank. Working that midfield. Ball for Menace again, trying to work an attack. 94th minute.
You got to work those transitional moments as well. The ball just skipped past Sewell there, and they were lucky. It could have turned into a serious transitional attack there for City. Didn't quite happen. Facenti, Valur making that recovery run, and here go the Menace again, just with that extra tank of energy driving forward, but they're still going to be clinical. They've got to make the right decisions because situations like this in the game can happen.
Hagen on the chance, opportunity for City. Ball played inside, chance, shot, and a goal! It's a goal for Chicago City. In the 95th minute, the away team, the visiting side, the number 1 team. Ice in the veins.
There's still time on the clock here. There's 11 minutes left, and coming in at the far side. And again, I told you about these transitional moments. One, it's critical. Ziron Sewell just couldn't quite get. I'm surprised he didn't slide in to put the tackle in, and the goal coming in from, oh my word, from the substitute. Warden on the far post, side foot in the ball pass. Troutman couldn't do anything with it. And again, they go again. With, I would say there's 3 minutes left here of injury time. Lots of excitement here, that's for sure, Juan.
Spicer on it, putting on a move. No foul called. It'll be a goal kick for City, and the goal scorer is Sydney Warden from London. Currently putting Chicago on his back, an entire city, an entire state, matter of fact, right now, representing in the Heartland Division. Staying perfect as time, clock ticks. Wayman floats the ball away. City. Through ball played to maybe. Valor on the press there, wasting time. Valor pokes it out. Gets it back for Menace, still putting on a move. And a foul is called after the advantage. Desperate times, Menace moving people forward. Quickly played by Jesse Williams. Ball was still moving.
And we talk about putting the challenge in on the byline there. Warden coming in on the far post.
Valor.
Sewell didn't put that tackle in.
Header by Nzugusi. Can Wayman get there first? Ball slips and it'll be a corner. Another corner for Menace.
2 minutes of added time left according to my time. When the 6 minutes was put up on the clock here, Juan.
Can Des Moines do it again? It's Elliot Goldthorpe. Ryan Troutman is in the box. Blocking Wayman. Everybody on attack. It's Goldthorpe. Ball far away. Saran Sewell on the head. Will be goal kick for City. And that is all here tonight. Chicago City is victorious. And there's some disrespect on the pitch. Red cards are given. Chicago City
did you see a red?
Standing on the VIP tables. I saw a red. There's a lot of bad energy on the pitch right now. Some fighting, some players currently down.
I saw a red card there at the end. There's frustration. Saran Sewell stepping in.
A fight nonetheless. Chicago City stays perfect on the season. They've conquered Valley Stadium. The first defeat since in regular season since June 28 in 2017 here at Valley, and it's in the hands of Chicago City who have arrived here with a purpose and have accomplished it. A grind, certainly a tough matchup. Menace had it back, tied it up, but after all, it was the team from Illinois, the team from the Windy City, who came victorious tonight.
As you see the Menace players coming over to the near side, thanking the fans for coming out. Now losing twice to Chicago City, and the Menace players thanking the fans coming over. I didn't see who got the red card. There was so much going on with the celebration on the side here, and I think that's awesome, even though losing here at home for the first time since 2017, that players are coming over and thanking the fans. It's not over. The Menace probably won't be hosting playoffs, but should be in the playoffs.
Still in the second position on the standings. We will make sure to have highlights for you when we get back from this break. Nonetheless, it's been an outstanding and amazing and a wonderful display of the game here tonight. The result 2-1 in favor of Chicago City, number 1 in the country as it stands in the league. Moines Menace number 2. Currently, we'll see how things fluctuate. Nonetheless, we'll be back with highlights. Juan Mendes play-by-play here on CISN alongside Justin Forster. We'll be right back.
Need orthopedic care today? DMOS Orthopedic Urgent Injury Clinics in Ankeny and West Des Moines are open 6 days a week. No appointment necessary. Our 2 convenient walk-in clinics offer you full access to dedicated orthopedic specialists. Wait times and costs are generally less than an ER visit. Check hours of operation and wait times instantly at DMOS.com. DMOS Urgent Injury Clinics in Ankeny and West Des Moines, helping you get back to living.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Now at DeArmond Ford Indianola, find great deals on new F-150s. The best-selling truck for 46 years straight. And we have over 50 in stock with a flex buy of 3.9% for 66 months. Plus $2,250 bonus cash on Power Boost. Plus up to $1,000 in accessory cash. Get 0% for 36 months on all new Ford Mustangs, Escapes, and Explorers. With over 50 F-150s in stock, find our entire inventory at DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network here at Valley Stadium, where the conclusion of this match is a 2-1 victory by Chicago City SC, beating Des Moines Menace at home. Something that rarely happens, but now certainly claiming the Heartland division as it's now. We will go into the highlights of this match. A lot of action, no goals in the first, but the second was absolute madness. As we do dive into those, I'm Juan Mendez. I've been on play-by-play alongside Justin Vorster. Here, glad that everybody joined in. The entire league looking into this match, and what a game it was, as we will recap everything for you here.
And it was 1 versus 2, that's for sure. As you can see, the first goal coming up here for Chicago City. Maybe whipping the ball in, and what a fantastic goal there. The unmarked Torres with that flick on, and then look at Spicer here trying to get that ball through. And that strike there from Goldthorpe, just off the upper 90 crossbar. And here you see the ball coming across the area here. Taken down by Spicer. Spicer striking onto his right foot. But in that situation, he had options on the far side. He manages to keep it in. Goldthorpe on the ball here. Looks to whip this in. And it's Valua and Yamazaki on that post there, just nodding the ball past the goalkeeper. What a fantastic goal that was.
Then here stepping on forward, Alberto Suarez ball inside, and then Goldthorpe a chance there, and a brilliant save off the left foot. Jackson Wayman, again the hero on the night. One of several heroes, because the other one was the game-winning goal. It was Sidney Warden Hagen there on the pass. Sewell couldn't do anything there. The finish beating Ryan Troutman. There it was, the conclusion of this match, as City has defeated Des Moines Menace on its home turf. A brilliant performance. They did it in their home turf. They did it here away. They beat Des Moines twice in the season.
Yeah, and this game could have gone anyway. Anyway, I mean, it was so exciting, and it came down to the crunch in the last 8 to 10 minutes of this match with 3 goals out of the whole match. So chances. And like I said, Juan, it could have gone City's way. It could have gone the Menace's way. The Menace were outstanding in the first half. City piled on the pressure in the second half. They got that late goal, and then all of a sudden the momentum changed. Still in second position, still in the playoff running. It's not over.
The Heartland Division, what a battle it has been. And it's still, in terms of matches left, up for grabs still. Both teams can still be first on it. Nonetheless, it's still tremendous achievement by Chicago City tonight. With that, we will leave you here in the Central Iowa Sports Network. Thank you to all our producers as well. Justin Wilbur, fantastic job tonight. Our 4 different camera angles as well. Brilliant, brilliant performance here. I've been Juan Mendez on Play-by-Play. Thank you so much. Justin Vorster, some last words.
It's not over, like I said. I'm staying very, very positive. It's 2 losses in the season. The Menace aren't used to it, but an extremely exciting matchup here by 2 well-coached teams, evenly matched. But unfortunately for the Menace, the City came out with the win and stayed top of the log.
We'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks. With that, thank you for tuning in. It's been a very special night here. Have a great, great night, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.